Good evening, I'm Brendan Purdy. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, the search is over. Samuel Bird's remains have been found, and a man has been charged with second-degree murder. Plus, rallying educators, teachers, and supporters come together downtown. And bringing in Banksy, a new art exhibition opens in Edmonton.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Brendan Purdy.
The search for Samuel Bird is over. Police say they found the teen's remains in a wooded area outside of Edmonton today and charged a man with second-degree murder in Bird's deaths. CTV's Jeremy Thompson joins us live in studio with more. Now, Jeremy, this is the end of a months-long effort by family and police to find Bird.
Yeah, Brendan, it's been more than 4 months since 14-year-old Samuel Bird disappeared. Since then, missing posters have gone up across the city, and there's been a major effort to search for the Indigenous teen by his family, their supporters, and police. Bird was last seen in West Edmonton on June 1st at a house near 150th Street and 106 Avenue. A fire broke out at that same house at the end of September. A couple of days later, on October 1st, police said they believed Bird was dead. Last week, EPS said officers were searching for his remains in the Carrot Creek region west of Edmonton. Today, they found his body and charged 38-year-old Brian Farrell with second-degree murder and 13 other charges, including assault, arson, and fraud. Police believe Bird was killed June 1st, the day he was last seen. Bird's mother, Alana, who's been the family spokesperson through this ordeal, thanked police in a social media post, adding, "I want to thank every single person who donated in hopes of finding my boy. Without all the help, we couldn't have kept this search going. I want to say thank you to those who kept me sane since June 1st. The lead investigator on Bird's file says it was a long and complex investigation, and he hopes this resolution will bring a measure of justice to family and friends. Brendan, police are not looking for any other suspects.
Thank you for that, Jeremy. Our Jeremy Thompson live in studio for us this evening. Thousands of teachers and supporters came together in downtown Edmonton today to march in support of public education. Teachers have been on strike since last Monday. CTV's Gates Guarin has more from the rally.
Thousands of people showed up downtown to support public education and to send a message to Premier Danielle Smith, who was speaking at a luncheon inside Ford Hall.
We need more funding. We need class cap sizes now. This is what we're here for. It's not for me. It's not for my money. It's for our kids and our future.
The rally comes as the teacher strike nears the end of its second week. Bargaining between the teachers union and the province has stalled. Teachers here say the government needs to address classroom size caps and complex needs supports.
I teach grade 4. 2 years ago, I had 37 grade 4s in my class, 10 kids with special needs in the same class, and no full-time support for that.
High school social, I have classes of 38, 37, 36.
Teachers we spoke with say it's tough being away from their classrooms, but many here hope the strike will end up helping students.
It's really hard not being with our students. It's hard going without pay. I'm from a 2-teacher family. But at the same time, I feel like we've been able to take this time for public to understand what is happening in education in this province.
I am not a teacher at all, and I think it's just important that Edmontonians and Albertans come out and show our support for educators and public education in this province.
Finance Minister Nate Horner has said back-to-work legislation is an option should the strike continue. But teachers are pushing forward.
We're going to keep going.
And are showing no signs of slowing down. Gates Guarin, CTV News, Edmonton.
While teachers protested outside of Rogers Place, Premier Danielle Smith was inside, advocating for economic investment in Edmonton. Smith addressed business leaders from across the province in Ford Hall for the Edmonton Chamber of Commerce State of the Province. The Premier spoke about the importance of municipal, provincial, and federal governments working together to attract private investment to Alberta. When asked whether visible protests would impact investment, Smith said she hopes for a quick resolution.
It's important for families as well to be able to have the things return to normal for their kids. So that's what we're all working towards. I hope we get there very soon.
They're not making an investment on what they see in the next 2 days for a protest. They're looking on what they see for the next 10 years.
We've just asked.
Smith spoke on a variety of issues, including crime, youth unemployment, and the need for federal approval of pipeline projects. The minister in charge of Prairie's Economic Development Canada says Ottawa will consider all potential nation-building projects, including Alberta's pipeline proposal.
As a proud Albertan, I can certainly say that Alberta is entitled as any other proponent, to put forward a plan for a project that it feels should be considered as a project of national interest. Whatever Alberta puts forward will go through the same analysis and the same criteria as other proponents.
Edmonton MP Eleanor Olszewski says, as of now, no details of any specific pipeline projects have been shared with the federal government. She says she's aware Premier Danielle Smith plans to spend $14 million on the initial planning stages of a pipeline to BC. As far as whether Ottawa would step in to resolve the dispute between the province's premiers over a potential pipeline, she says that anything is possible. She hopes something can be worked out that's advantageous to both provinces. Traffic on a portion of the Yellowhead west of Edmonton is being diverted tonight. A semi hauling an excavator has damaged an overpass. It happened just after 10 this morning at the turnoff to the Wabamun town site. RCMP say a large piece of the overpass fell onto Highway 16. The overpass is closed and eastbound traffic on the highway is being redirected. RCMP say an engineer will assess the structural integrity of the bridge. Police are reminding drivers to measure twice, haul once.
We've had a lot of these bridge strikes in the recent time around Edmonton. It damages critical infrastructure. It closes down these really important transportation routes for significant periods of time. It's really important that truck drivers do that pre-inspection of their vehicle and of their loads that they're carrying.
CMP say Alberta transportation officers will help determine the appropriate charges. Pieces by international street artist Banksy can now be seen right here in downtown Edmonton. An exhibition called The Art of Banksy Without Limits is taking place inside City Centre. It features more than 200 pieces of work from the anonymous British artist. His submersive anti-capitalist street art famously uses dark humor of stencil drawings. One of his most well-known pieces is a little girl letting go of a red balloon. Organizers say this is a rare experience that Edmontonians should take advantage of.
For me, I feel like we're exposing people to art who don't have the opportunity to be exposed by the art or go to Europe to see the actual buildings where he painted on.
The exhibition opens tomorrow to the public and runs through January. Yeah, all right, folks, time now for weather. Meteorologist Josh Clausen is out and about tonight at the Mighty Millions Lottery show home in Cameron Heights. And Josh, you're going to be spending quite a bit of time there.
It's a Stollery sleepover night, and we'll tell you exactly, if you're not familiar with that, we'll tell you exactly what that means in just a couple of minutes. We are in Cameron Heights in a spectacular, almost 6,000 square foot home, new ground developments built this. They always do a great job, and this one is really takes the cake. I've got Megan Wenger with Stollery Children's Hospital Foundation. Everybody loves this house, right?
Oh, it's a beautiful house.
I mean, they're all beautiful, but this one feels really nice and homey. The backyard is great. You got indoor and outdoor living. Really sort of the best of both worlds with the outdoor space that you have and the privacy here in Cameron Heights. And then what you have inside. We'll take you on a little tour of this house in a little bit. But happy anniversary. It's 10 years of the Mighty Millions Lottery.
Thank you. Yeah, we're so excited. It's amazing to think that for a decade, Albertans have been stepping up and being mighty, all in support of our children's hospital.
Yeah, okay, so talk about some of the things that has been supported at the Stollery because of this lottery.
So the Mighty Millions Lottery is great because we purchase equipment as well as we invest in research. So for the past, 10 years, we've been able to purchase equipment to help with brain surgery in kids, right? So imagine the type of tools and techniques needed to get into a little child's head, right? There's also different research projects, we have been able to screen for Down syndrome at a younger age.
Right.
And this is all thanks to the support of the Mighty Millions Lottery.
Yeah, Edmontonians, people right across central and northern Alberta, they know how important this hospital is, and every year they step up. So they want to get their tickets before midnight tomorrow, correct?
That's right. We have a huge early bird deadline. So it's a trip to Paris, but not only that, you also will come home to a brand new Porsche in your driveway.
Okay, so 7 nights of luxury in Paris, then you get off the plane, you're like, oh, there's my Porsche 911. Look at me.
Totally. And you know what? If you'd rather stay close to home, we got you covered. You can choose $200,000 cash.
Okay.
But time is ticking.
Perfect. MightyMillionsLottery.com is where you want to go. And if you're even considering tickets, don't wait. Just get them before midnight tomorrow, and then you're in for that fantastic early bird prize. And thousands of other prizes, including this spectacular house. Megan, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's quickly talk a little bit about the weather, because, I mean, the weather was pretty great today, too. 19 degrees for a daytime high in Edmonton. We've slipped to 17 now that some cloud cover has started to slide in, but way above average. 11 degrees is the average daytime high. There's your showers off to the west and northwest of the city. Could see a few of those showers push through the Edmonton area here early to mid-evening. And then for tomorrow, a mixed sun and cloud, high of about 12, and gusty, wind gusting to about 40 or 50 kilometers per hour. Now, we mentioned that it's a Stollery sleepover. I'm spending the night here inside the Stollery home for the Mighty Millions Lottery, and because of that, you have a chance to win $1,000, and all you have to do is text the word MIGHTY to 10400. Text the word MIGHTY to 10400, and you could have $1,000, which, hey, then you could buy a bunch of tickets with that $1,000 and then potentially win the trip to Paris and the brand new Porsche.
All right, thank you very much for that, Josh. Coming up, remembering an Edmonton icon. We look at the life and legacy of Bruce Saville.
He loved sports. He loved to help people.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
Welcome back. An Edmonton businessman is being remembered for his philanthropy. Bruce Saville died earlier this week. As CTV's Naramanisa reports, he became a household name with hockey fans back in the 90s when he helped buy the Edmonton Oilers to keep them from moving town.
He loved sports. He loved to help people.
Bruce Saville's widow describes her late husband as someone who's always willing to help anyone. They met when he sponsored her curling team.
I mean, I thought I knew who this person might be, but the person I saw wasn't anything like it, so I was kind of like taken aback when I go, oh.
He gave both his time and money to local charities and sports teams.
I owe a lot to this community. This is where I've had my success.
In 1998, he joined the Edmonton Investors Group to buy the Edmonton Oilers to keep them from moving to Houston.
I was in a financial position to make the contribution or the investment that I did, and so I did.
He was a goalie for 57 years. That was his love. And I think when you look at someone that is wealthy enough to help out and to save a major team in a city, that was important to him.
Saville had many Oilers rookies live with him, including Leon Draisaitl, Darnell Nurse, and Alish Hemsky.
Alish is close to my heart. I mean, he's not an Oiler anymore, but I mean, we've been texting back and forth. He's crushed. He's crushed. Bruce was like a father to him.
One of his projects he was most passionate about was trying to eliminate homelessness. His friend recalls the time he raised money and awareness for homeless teens.
And he arrived with a piece of cardboard, and he said, I'm going to sleep on the cardboard. I said, well, we got tents, we got sleeping. No, he said, I want to experience what they experienced. So, there was one of the richest guys in town laying on a piece of cardboard at the Old Muni.
Saville died on Monday from a heart attack while in hospital. His widow says it's going to be tough to live without him.
What can I say? He was the love of my life.
Bruce Saville was 80 years old. Naramanisa, CTV News, Edmonton.
3 Edmontonians are among those receiving awards for contributions to their communities. 3 men will be given Alberta Orders of Excellence tonight from the Lieutenant Governor. Sign Chatty is a philanthropist and former Alberta MLA. John Day has held leadership roles and worked to preserve Edmonton's architectural heritage. And Doug Stollery is a prominent lawyer who helped secure charter protections for LGBTQ2S+ Canadians. After the break, a cubbing home party. 2 orphan grizzly cubs find their forever home.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Then a last look at the campaign before Edmontonians head to the polls. Plus, Canadian cartels. The RCMP says 7 are active in Canada. What that means for security in this country.
Welcome back, folks. A special night tonight is meteorologist Josh Clausen. He's in Cameron Heights. He's out of the studio at the Stollery Mighty Millions Lottery home where, yes, he'll be spending the night. I hope you've got a comfy bed out there, Josh.
Oh, I've already scouted out some good sleeping spots. And hey, listen, if you follow CTV Yeg Buzz on Instagram or any of the other CTV social media channels, you'll see some of the videos that my buddy Luke and I are going to put together and shoot out through the course of this evening. Again, you'll have a chance to win $1,000 just because they're letting me sleep here tonight. I don't know how that works, but I win and potentially you win as well. Take a look outside. Well, before we take a look outside, I want to remind you, not only is it a Stollery sleep overnight, but it's the day before the early bird prize deadline. It's the Porsche Paris early bird prize, 7 luxurious nights in Paris, and a brand new Porsche 11 or $200,000 cash. Early bird prize deadline is midnight tomorrow, so go to mightymillionslottery.com. And when you're there, don't forget to do the 50-50 add-on as well. We're almost at $1.3 million on the 50-50. There's the Action Furnace River Valley Skycam. Action Furnace, fixed renters free. 17 degrees under mostly cloudy skies after hitting 19 for a high today. 16 in Fort McMurray. It's 15 in Grand Prairie and 19 degrees right now in Lethbridge. There's a low pressure system sliding its way across northern Alberta, and you've got that bank of cloud cover producing some showers from just west and northwest of Fort McMurray all the way down through the Slave Lake, White Court regions, and just west of Red Deer. It's kind of fallen apart as it approaches the Edmonton area. I think most, maybe even all of the rain stays north or southwest of the city, but we'll call it about a 60% chance of a shower here early to mid-evening. Overnight tonight, there may be a few scattered showers just east of the city, but I think here in Edmonton should start to see a little bit of clearing overnight tonight, and then partly cloudy skies tomorrow with a few hit-and-miss showers for the southern half of the province. 3 degrees tomorrow morning as we'll stay above 0 here in the city, so we've had a few frosty mornings. It will not be a windshield scraper tomorrow. 6 degrees rather in Fort McMurray, 4 in Grand Prairie. One of the cooler spots, Jasper at 1 tomorrow morning. In the 10 to 12 degree range for daytime highs across the north tomorrow, 10 degrees in Red Deer and 7 in Jasper. Here in Edmonton, we'll start the day, as we said, at about 3 degrees after that chance of a shower early this evening. You get some clearing overnight tonight, and we'll stay partly cloudy, it looks like, through the day with a high of about 12 degrees. Wind will start to pick up, though, midday. You get gusts midday and through the afternoon to about 40 or 50 kilometers per hour. So a little cooler than today, and feeling cooler once you factor in that wind. Back to about 13 for Saturday, Sunday. Partly cloudy on Saturday. Chance of some late day showers on Sunday, afternoon or evening hours. Mornings stay above 0 for the next few days. And then a brief cool down Monday, Tuesday of next week as we're back into the 9 or 10 degree range. But it doesn't last. Right back into the mid-teens by Thursday, Friday, Saturday of next week. Once again, because it's a Stollery sleep overnight, you have a chance to win $1,000 cash. Just text the word MIGHTY to 10400. And again, go to mightymillionslottery.com before midnight tomorrow to get in on that early bird prize.
All right, thank you for that, Josh. 2 orphan grizzly cubs will now stay at the Calgary Zoo permanently. The cubs were brought to the zoo last month after their mother was killed in a human encounter near Diamond Valley. The Wilder Institute says they would have died in the wild because they're so young and dependent on their mother. The zoo says they're adapting well and slowly building trust with their new caregivers. The cubs aren't yet named. Provincial health ministers from across the country are meeting in Alberta. Ministers are discussing doctor shortages, improved training for healthcare workers, and sharing resources across provincial boundaries. Alberta's health minister says this meeting will help when making the case for more healthcare funding.
I'm hearing from my counterparts that we have many successes across the provinces. We've all removed barriers within our own provinces and territories, but we are seeing that we have federal challenges that we have to deal with as well.
Tomorrow, the federal minister of health will join the summit.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Coming up on CTV News at 6, details of the federal government's proposed changes to toughen up sentences for repeat offenders. And diabetics in Edmonton now have a new place to go for help that will lift some of the pressure off hospitals. Those stories and more on CTV News at 6 with Jeff Hastings. And as we begin to wrap up this evening, the city of St. Albert has created an interactive Halloween map for families. It shows homes that are going out of their way to make trick-or-treating a little easier for kids with allergies and disabilities. CTV's Amanda Anderson has the story.
And this particular home is allergy-free.
The type of information parents of kids with disabilities now have at their fingertips. The city of St. Albert offers an interactive map showing homes that plan to be allergy-friendly, accessible, or both on Halloween.
People have been excited that St. Albert is trying to be a more inclusive community and allowing kids that have these challenges an opportunity for them to trick-or-treat in a more traditional sense.
I think it's kind of overdue, but I'm happy that it's here, and I hope it gives kids and families who have disabilities more of an opportunity to feel more included.
Kimberly Atkins has her home listed on the map. She plans to hand out treats from the end of her driveway.
I'm going to have small pencils and things like that, and more allergy-friendly treats. I have food allergies. My sister is celiac, and I'm also autistic, so I just think it's important. It's just kind of part of who I am, and we just support our community.
The idea for the map came after the city hosted its first Treat Accessibly Halloween Village, a daytime event that brings treats to the curb, removing barriers for trick-or-treaters.
The St. Albert Halloween Village has kind of put that thought into people's head about, hey, it's not actually that hard to take my trick-or-treating table or bowl down to the street.
More and more of these signs are also popping up in neighborhoods. People can pick them up free of charge from Pet Value locations across the country.
We've had a lot of people coming in our doors specifically for the signs only, and then also adding it to a lot of our customers' baskets because they didn't know it existed until they came in our doors.
It updates in real time.
About 50 homes registered on the map last year, a number the city hopes will grow as Halloween night approaches. Amanda Anderson, CTV News, St. Albert.
All right, folks, that's our show for this evening. Thanks for stopping by on this Thursday night. CTV National News is next.